Just a gentle whisper before bedtime can calm an anxious heart and quietly heal your body cell by cell. As we grow older, sleep no longer comes easily. Many people lie down without finding peace because their minds are still racing with worry, wondering about their future health, the well-being of their children and grandchildren, or replaying old memories that return night after night. But there is something most people do not realize. Just 1 minute of prayer, a single timely phrase, can be the most powerful medicine for both the mind and the body. It does not cost anything. You do not need anyone's help. All it takes is 60 seconds before you close your eyes to say those words out loud. In today's video, I will help you understand why a simple prayer can affect your brain, your hormones, and even your cells. I will also share a few incredibly simple phrases that can immediately activate a sense of calm, helping you sleep better, live more peacefully, and reconnect with yourself every night. Before we begin, leave a comment below with a positive affirmation, such as "I deserve peace every night," as a way to commit to your own healing. And do not forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel, so you will not miss out on valuable content about health and emotional well-being in later life. Let's build a peaceful community together, where aging is no longer a source of anxiety, but a beautiful journey of returning to oneself. So what gives a short prayer such great power? First, as we age, our memory becomes more sensitive to old experiences. Especially at night, when the world is quiet and the mind is no longer distracted by the day's activities, thoughts can rush in with unexpected intensity. Older adults often fall into a state of memory, looping, recalling things that happened long ago, things left unsaid, things left undone, or things still unforgiven. Feelings of regret, guilt, or deep sorrow can easily resurface, right at the moment the body is supposed to be resting. On top of that, there are countless worries about the present and future declining health, grandchildren who have not yet settled down, financial concerns, fears of memory loss, or losing independence. All of these weigh heavily on the mind, keeping it restless even when the body is tired. This is why in such moments, a prayer becomes like an anchor that helps restore stillness to the heart. It does not have to be religious. It can be as simple as telling yourself, "I do not have to control everything. I am allowed to let go." Prayer is an act of surrender, not surrendering life itself, but surrendering the mental burdens we carry. Just 1 minute done the right way can stop the mind from chasing what cannot be changed. And this is where science speaks up. Many studies in neuroscience have shown that repeating a gentle phrase before sleep can interrupt the cycle of negative thoughts. This works because it influences brain regions related to anxiety and emotion. When you gently remind yourself with phrases like, "I am safe," "I am allowed to rest," your brain registers this as a positive signal. In response, it reduces stress reactions, stabilizes your heart rate, lowers your blood pressure, and activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is your body's natural recovery mode. So what exactly are the kinds of prayers that can help you feel calm, light-hearted, and gently drift into deep sleep? Let us explore these simple yet powerful phrases together. 1. Prayers that bring peace before sleep. A state of inner peace is the foundation for deep restorative sleep. No sleeping pill is as effective as the feeling of safety, protection, and permission to let go. And the beautiful thing is just a few gentle phrases repeated at the right moment, in the right way, can help you reach that state. For example, try quietly whispering this phrase to yourself before closing your eyes. "I allow myself to fully rest." This is more than just spiritual advice. It is actually a neurological signal that your brain picks up on. When you say this, even silently in your mind, the prefrontal cortex, the area of your brain responsible for logic and self-control, sends instructions to emotional centers like the amygdala to take a break. It is like giving your brain an official command to lower its guard. And that shift allows the nervous system to move from fight or flight mode, the sympathetic state, into rest and recovery mode, the parasympathetic state. This switch is essential for deep sleep to happen. Another powerful phrase is, I am safe. I am protected. This one directly affects the fear center of the brain. Many older adults live with a quiet underlying fear. They might not even fully realize fear of being left alone, fear of getting sick, fear of not having anyone around when needed. Repeating, I am safe, is not about reassuring someone else. It is about reminding yourself that you no longer need to stay on alert. Right here in this moment, everything is calm. When your body receives this signal clearly and strongly, your heart rate begins to slow, your breathing evens out, and your brain starts producing melatonin, the natural hormone that makes you sleepy and prepares your body for healing. 2. Prayers for deep sleep. In the human body, sleep is not just rest. It is a highly complex biological process where cells repair themselves, memories are reorganized, and emotions are rebalanced. For younger people, all this happens almost automatically. But for older adults, as hormone levels, nervous system function, and circulation begin to decline, deep sleep becomes something rare and precious. That is why it is so important to actively send a message to the brain that says, now is the time to heal. Start with this phrase, my sleep is a healing medicine. This is not only a positive affirmation, it is a powerful reminder to your body that sleep is not wasted time. It is actually when your body works its hardest to rebuild and regenerate. When you hear this phrase over and over, your mind begins to rebuild its trust in sleep, changing it from something you have to do into something you look forward to. And when the mind no longer resists sleep, it becomes much easier to enter a deep rest. The second phrase, I slow my breath. Everything is calm, holds a unique power over your physiology. Breathing is the direct bridge between your mind and your body. When you breathe deeply, slowly, and repeat this phrase, you are not only calming your thoughts, you are directly influencing your parasympathetic nervous system. Slower breathing is a biological signal that says, the danger has passed, which in turn slows your heartbeat, lowers your blood pressure, and relaxes your muscles, the ideal conditions for falling into deep, lasting sleep. And then this phrase, I am entering a safe and healing rest. This is like a gentle invitation that leads you into sleep with total trust that you are allowed to rest without having to worry about anything else. Or say, every cell in my body is quietly working to restore itself. When you speak this out loud, you not only feel cared for, you also remind your brain that sleep is a chance for your body to regenerate with no effort required from you. And finally, there is nothing more I need to do. I have done enough. Now it is time to let go. This is a deeply compassionate phrase, so needed by those who constantly feel like they must carry all the responsibility, even when there is nothing left to fix. Each of these phrases is like a spiritual medicine. No side effects, no prescription needed, and incredibly effective when practiced consistently, night after night. Just choose the one that fits your mood best that evening. There is no need to memorize too many. Simply speak the one that feels right and say it with sincerity. 3. Prayers to balance emotions and awaken gratitude. Once the body has entered a relaxed state and the mind has let go of some of the day's worries, that moment becomes the perfect time to nurture positive emotions. And one of the most powerful healing emotions is gratitude. The simple phrase, I am grateful for today, is more than just a polite spiritual practice. It is a very real form of biological medicine. Research in emotional neuroscience shows that when people practice gratitude, the brain releases more serotonin and dopamine, two essential neurotransmitters that regulate mood, reduce anxiety, and increase feelings of connection. Gratitude is not a passive reaction. It is an active choice to shift your focus from what is missing to what is already here. When you remind yourself, I am grateful for today, you are closing your day with appreciation instead of regret. And that helps you fall asleep with a lighter heart. The next phrase, I am loved, I am not alone, has a deeper impact than we often realize. For older adults, loneliness is a kind of invisible wound that is easy to hide but quietly gnaws at the soul every night. The amazing thing is that the human brain does not fully distinguish between real emotions and imagined ones. When you repeat the affirmation that you are loved and connected, the brain still responds by producing oxytocin, the hormone of bonding and affection. Just a few moments of visualizing a warm hug, a caring voice, or a familiar face can soften your heart and create a ripple of positive emotion throughout your body. Even more importantly, these prayers help you rebuild the relationship with yourself. Because sometimes what hurts the most is not that no one else loves you, but that you have forgotten how to love yourself. When you say, "I am not alone," you are reawakening a sense of connection, not just with others, but with life, with the universe, and with the very breath you are taking in this moment. It is no coincidence that therapists often encourage older adults to practice self-soothing before bedtime. These types of prayers are not about proving anything. They are about giving your heart permission to soften after a day filled with thoughts. Positive emotions before sleep will carry into your dreams, ease nightmares, and activate deeper healing in your nervous and endocrine systems. 4. Prayers for tomorrow and a hopeful future. At the end of each day, there is nothing more meaningful than taking 1 minute to turn your thoughts toward tomorrow with a sense of positivity and hope. Aging does not mean the end of opportunity. It is the beginning of a new journey, where each day you wake up, hear the birds sing, or feel the morning sun is something to be cherished. That is why ending the day with a phrase like, "Tomorrow is a gift," is more than just a reminder. It is a way to renew your spirit every single night. Modern psychology shows that hope is one of the most important elements for improving both mental and physical health in older adults. When we go to sleep, ready to receive the new day, the nervous system responds differently compared to when we fall asleep worried or resigned. Sleep becomes more than just rest. It becomes a positive launchpad, preparing your body and spirit for the next step in the morning. Another powerful prayer I am ready to receive. What is good acts, like mental programming. You are telling your brain, "I am not expecting trouble tomorrow. I am expecting good things." And here is the miracle: the human brain filters the world based on what it believes. When you fall asleep with a mindset of positive expectation, you wake up more open, more able to spot good signs, and more capable of facing challenges with strength and clarity. On a physiological level, when you say phrases filled with hope about the future, the brain releases endorphins, the body's natural painkillers, and decreases activity in regions related to fear and anxiety. Just one right phrase spoken at the right moment can calm the sympathetic nervous system, help you sleep more deeply, dream more peacefully, and wake up feeling lighter. Especially for older adults, holding on to a spark of hope for tomorrow is more than just emotional. It is medicine. It is an antidote to stagnation, isolation, and depression. When you believe there is still something good waiting for you tomorrow, you find a reason to keep going, even if you are no longer young. And when you plant a seed of trust in your mind before bed, it quietly spreads and nourishes every feeling, every thought you will wake up with. However, no matter how simple healing prayers may seem, their effectiveness depends greatly on how you practice them. And unfortunately, many people make small mistakes, just enough to prevent this method from reaching its full potential. So where should you start? The answer is simpler than you might think. Just a few gentle steps done the right way and repeated each night can turn into a deeply healing ritual, something easy to do, yet incredibly effective for older adults. First, turn off all electronic devices. Televisions, phones, bright lights. All of these should be switched off at least 15 to 30 minutes before bed. The blue light from screens lowers melatonin, the hormone your body needs to feel sleepy. More importantly, stepping away from the noise of the outside world brings your focus back to where it matters most, your inner world. Let your room settle into soft, calming light and quiet as a gentle reminder that it is time to rest. Then lie down in whatever position feels most comfortable to you, whether on your back or your side, depending on your body and habits. Gently place your hand on your chest or your belly, somewhere you can feel your breath and heartbeat. This simple gesture is powerful. It reconnects you with your body, and lets you feel life moving quietly through every breath. Now close your eyes. Inhale slowly. Exhale deeply. Repeat a few times. Each slow breath is a message to your nervous system. I am safe. I can rest now. And once your body begins to settle gently, whisper a prayer, any phrase you have chosen earlier. You do not need to say it loudly. You do not need to get it perfect. Just say it sincerely. It might be, I allow myself to fully rest, or I am grateful for today. Say it as if you were gently singing yourself to sleep with a soft, grateful heart. Then think of this moment as a way to wash your mind. Just like washing your face clears away the dust of the day, this nightly ritual helps you clear away worries, looping thoughts and emotions left unspoken. You are allowing your mind to quiet down, your heart to soften, and your body to enter its natural healing state, something no pill or supplement can replace. You may think these prayers are just emotional comfort, but surprisingly, modern science shows they can reach deep into every single cell of your body in ways we are only beginning to fully understand. Multiple scientific studies have shown that positive emotions such as peace, gratitude, and love, when practiced consistently and intentionally, can actually influence your gene expression. These emotions help reduce the activity of inflammation-related genes, which are closely associated with a wide range of chronic diseases, while at the same time activating genes that are responsible for strengthening the immune system and supporting natural tissue repair and regeneration. And that is not all. Regular prayer also plays a significant role in lowering cortisol levels, the hormone released during periods of stress. When cortisol remains elevated for too long, it can weaken the body, impair the immune response, and disrupt deep, restful sleep. But when you whisper soothing phrases like, I am safe, or I allow myself to rest, your brain interprets them as positive, reassuring signals. As a result, it automatically adjusts the activity of your nervous system, encouraging the body to move into a restorative state. Most notably, the parasympathetic nervous system, often called the rest and restore mode, which is responsible for slowing the heart rate, balancing blood pressure, and supporting deep healing sleep, becomes activated whenever you combine prayer with slow conscious breathing. And here is the most extraordinary part: your cells actually listen to these emotional cues. Thanks to specialized emotion receptors located on the surface of each cell, hormones like serotonin and oxytocin begin to circulate more freely throughout your body, creating a state of calm connection and genuine inner peace. Growing older is not the end of the journey, it is the beginning of a new one. It is a different kind of path where you no longer have to rush through life, but instead learn to turn inward, to listen to your own needs, and to begin the healing process through the smallest, most gentle acts. Just 1 minute of prayer before you fall asleep may not change the entire world around you, but it truly has the power to transform the entire world within you. And when you do this each night with consistency and sincerity, you are slowly rebuilding a strong foundation for emotional well-being, natural sleep, and deep recovery of both body and mind. No cost, no dependency on anyone, just you, 1 quiet minute, and a whisper soft enough to reach your soul. So if you are still listening, take this as a sign, a gentle invitation from life itself. It is time to treat yourself with more kindness. Begin tonight with 1 phrase, 1 deep breath, 1 small action that could transform the quality of the years still ahead of you. And before you go, leave a positive affirmation in the comments below, something like, I choose peace every night, or I am learning to live gently, or share anything your heart wants to say. If this video brought you value, please give it a like. Subscribe to the channel so you will not miss the content that helps you understand more, live deeper, and find greater peace each day, because you deserve it. And your journey still holds so many beautiful moments waiting ahead.